Hey guys, this is Elias with Softfly, and in this video I'm going to show you how to export metabox custom fields to a CSV file using WP All Export. Now, to get started, we need to select the post type we want to export. In this case, I'm going to export property listings. So I'm going to select that from this pull down, like so. And from here, we need to decide whether we want to migrate those properties, which will export a CSV file inside a zip with all of the fields in a default format, right? But if we wanted to maybe customize our file a little bit, maybe add some fun stuff or combine some fields, run some functions or whatever, well, we would need to click here on the Customize Export File button, which is what we're going to do, right? So we have 104 property listings to be exported. So you can think of this like an export template. This is pretty much the CSV file where each element is a column. Let me show you this preview where you can see this in a more spreadsheet-like format, right? So if you don't want some of these fields, you can just drag them off this box and they will disappear from your export file, all right? Now, the metabox custom fields we created for these properties are here in the metabox section. So I'm going to open that up, and you can either drag and drop each one of these individually, and as you build your export template here, you can see that all of the data is starting to show up here. Now, guys, all of these fields have different types. For example, we have here some text fields. These two are select fields. This amenities one is a checkbox one. Then we have the square feet, which is a number. These two are radios. And then we have a rooms repeater, which in Metabox it's called clonable group, right? So we have that here. Then we have the media tab, which contains a gallery-like field, which in Metabox it's called image advanced. And then we have the floor plan here, which is a single image field. Lastly, we have 4 more text fields, but all of this, it's gonna look like just text here in our export file because we're exporting in CSV, and this is the values that are actually in the WordPress database. So if, for example, we go here and drag and drop the gallery like so, you will see that these are just the URLs of our images. So this is what we're gonna export, right? And if I go here, copy one of these URLs, maybe this one, right here, cool, and then try to open it in my browser, you will see that the image shows up here. So all of the data is exporting correctly right here, and we can build our template, dragging and dropping stuff, and maybe changing its position. We can do all sorts of crazy stuff here. Now, if you want to add all of these fields and you don't want to maybe add them one by one, let me clear this out for you real quick. You can just drag and drop the first element, which, as you can see, it's in black letters, different than these ones, which are in green letters. You can drag this up right here, and all of the fields are gonna be automatically added, right? Now, since we have everything we need here, you can go ahead and export this out of the box, and this will work for you. Now, if you want to do some more fun stuff, like, for example, let's change this title to name. It's good. And this content, I'm gonna call it description. Cool. Then this map address, I don't know, maybe we should set some of this info first. Maybe the amenities should go first. Availability before amenities, date for listed. So we go here, listings type around here. Price is important too, so maybe around here. Okay, then some of the features of these properties, maybe the square feet should go around here. Yep, and then, okay, bathrooms and bedrooms, it's cool. Then the rooms, which is a repeater, remember. And then the gallery, it's good. And I believe this order is more like it. All right, let's preview. Then we have name, description, listing type, date first listed, price, availability, amenities, square feet, bedrooms. Then for the rooms repeater, we have 3 columns with name, measurement, and description. Then we have our gallery, map address, right, floor plan, agent name, phone, email, and link for more details. Now this is looking good. I like it like this, so I'm gonna leave it like that. All right. Now there are a lot of other stuff you can do. For example, you could change the date format, or maybe you can also change how you export your images, like so. Right? You can export the media ID or the file name. It's good. You can also choose to show each repeater sub-element in its own row. So let me show you how it looks currently. Here it is. So here we have each one of these rooms are separated with pipes, right? But if I go here to the rooms repeater element and enable this option, let me show you real quick. Right, so here we have entrance hallway, then we have WC, living room, dining room, kitchen, but all of these other fields are empty, right? So if you wanted to populate all of this with the same data, so it doesn't look kind of weird, then we could go ahead and enable this fill empty columns option, right? So I'm gonna save this, preview again, and as you can see, now we have the same data, and each one of these rooms are separated, each one of them in its own row, right? So this is looking nice, guys. I'm gonna export this as it is because I believe this file structure is good. We have the ability to change the separator here because remember we're exporting this in CSV, but you can also export this in Excel. We have 2 formats for Excel, or in XML. So if you preview here, you will see it's the same data. Even the column names we change are the same. And if you run PHP functions or whatever here, it will work too, right? So it kind of depends on what you want to do. You can also build your own XML feed. That's totally up to you guys. Now for this example, I'm gonna stick with the CSV type. And again, as I mentioned before, you can change the separator here, but I'm not gonna do that in this example. So I'm gonna just continue with our export. And here we have some advanced options. If you want to know more about this, you can check out the other videos in our channel or check out the documentation we have at wplimport.com. Now, this is basically for when you need to automate your exports. Maybe you want to run this export automatically each Monday or each Sunday to export maybe all of the new properties or all of the properties that have been sold or whatever. Well, you can do that, and you have 2 options for that. Either the automatic scheduling options, where it's very simple. You can select here the days you want to export this on, and then select the time, and then WP Export will take care of that for you. This is a paid service, but if you don't want to pay the $9 a month, you can use cron jobs, which are free. And here in this link, we have documentation on that, right? Now, like I said, I'm not gonna do this, but you can do it if you want to. You can even connect this with Zapier maybe and do all sorts of crazy stuff there. For example, you could run this export automatically every single day and have Zapier email you the file and some other info directly to your email account, right? But yeah, just check out the other videos in the channel. We have great documentation on using Zapier with WPL export. Now, these other advanced settings are pretty much self-explanatory, guys. For example, this one will export properties in real time as they are created. That pretty much says it all. So if you enable this, you can read more about that, in this link. So just open that up, and we have other videos on that, right? Cool. So we have other options. For example, you can only export properties once. If you hover on the question mark, it will show you a brief description of what that option does. Same with these other options. And one of the most interesting ones is this last one, which will allow you to maybe give access to this export to other people other than admins. Because maybe you want some of your colleagues or employees or whatever running this export and doing some stuff with the data, but you don't want to actually make them admins, right? Well, this option, you will find the settings here under settings, right? And if you enable this for editors and then go here and enable this export to be run by non-admins in client mode, well, then the editors will have all of the menus here that are allowed to editors, and they will also see all export. But they won't be able to make any changes to the export. They won't be able to run PHP functions on it or anything really. Just run the export and get the file, right? So this is very cool. You're welcome to check that out. We have other videos on that too. So let's just move on with the export. Here you can set up a name or a label for this export. But in this example, I'm just gonna confirm and run this. All right. So there we go. We're ready. So I'm gonna download this, open it. All right. So here is our data, and you can see we have some duplicates here, and that's because we set it up to show each repeater sub-element in its own row. So here we have the hallway, living room, dining room, kitchen, landing, and these are our repeater sub-elements, right? So we have the square feet here, the amenities, which are separated with pipes, and the price, availability, description. Then we have here our gallery field. It's good. Map address, share address, floor plan, agent name, email, phone, link for more details. Guys, all of the data seems to be here, so that's good. And there you go, guys. That's how you export metabox custom fields to a CSV file using WP All Export. Now, if you want to learn more about how to import or export other metabox data, or maybe you're using Jet Engine or ACF to create your post types and custom fields, well, we have other videos on that too in our channel and also in WooCommerce products, orders, and whatnot. So be sure to check that out and check out our website at wpallimport.com. See you next time.